so Naomi's going to help us demonstrate a hip hinge here. So get into that hip hinge position for me. Cool. So this is what the hip hinge position looks like from the side. What we want to try and train is that our big, powerful glute muscles are the dominant muscle in this position, holding that back upright, rather than those tiny, weak little lower back muscles, okay? So we want to train our glutes the whole time. So just stand forward for me. So how to get into position? So our feet need to be flat on the floor, alright? So we can't raise our big toes up off the floor, and we're going to be putting an external force to our feet. So you're going to be trying to tear the ground apart. So your feet are going to stay in the same position, but you're going to be tearing the ground apart. Good, and they're all there. So you see that brings the knees out a little bit, but we're going to try and drive them apart a little more. And we're just going to slightly come forward at our hips just until you start building your glutes turn on. Right? So everybody has a different position that works for them. This is Naomi's position, and so I'll show again what it looks like from the side for Naomi. Good, and bend forward until you feel your glutes turn on. Good. So this is Naomi's position, but if you're feeling your lower back muscles, we need to play around and find the position that works for you to really turn on those glutes. So you can kind of bring your shoulders back a little bit, or you can come even more forward with your shoulders. So you've got to play around that position and find out what position turns those glutes on for you. So how we're going to do this, we've got to face forward again, sorry Nose. So 1 minute neutral, so just that normal hip hinge position. Good. And then we're going to rotate our left foot out slightly. Good. And we're going to shift our body weight more over the left. And we're even going to bring it forward a little bit more. So it's hard to see from this angle, but Naomi is coming a little bit more forward and she's shifting her weight to the left. The right foot is still on the ground and she's still trying to pull that right knee out as well. Then we're going to rotate this back. I've done a minute neutral, a minute on the left, and then you're going to do a minute on the right as well. Shifting that weight to the right. And then we're going to return back to the center doing a minute at neutral. We're going to do this for 12 minutes straight, no rest. And you're puffed already, eh? If you get to 9 minutes and you can no longer turn your glutes on, so you're in position but your lower back starting to scream at you and your glutes aren't screaming as much, I want you to try and play around with that position again and try and find the glutes. If you can no longer make those glutes the dominant muscle and quiet down those screaming lower back muscles, I want you to stop and try again tomorrow. We'd rather 9 minutes of driving the good pathways rather than adding on an extra 3 minutes with our back screaming, because then your body's actually training your back to turn on, which is what we're trying to turn off. So we'd rather quality over quantity, and we want to drive those correct pathways. So we want to build to 12 minutes, but we're just going to go at a pace that works for you. Cool.